been so long since I've recorded a video.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been forever since I posted a video, and you guys are back, and I'm back, and we're here, and you're in my little YouTube bubble where I sometimes post a video, I sometimes talk about posting a video and then don't post a video, and months go by, and there's heartbreak and tooth pain, and here we are. Here we are. Yeah. Let's have some real talks today. I have this tag here that was originally created by Books with Alyssa J, and she has really good questions for the community to kind of throw back and forth with each other, and just to get a sense of how we feel about this space and this community, and to engage in opinions. This will be my second book tag video. The first tag video that I have out right now is the newbie booktube tag. But anyway, let's get into these questions because I don't want to keep you guys waiting, and I'm going to try to get as real as I can possibly get in between each question. The first question: what's something nobody told you about booktube before you started your channel? I felt like I was connecting with people based on the books that I read. I'd go and read a book, and I'd go look up the book on YouTube to see if anyone's read the book and what their opinions were on it. So that's kind of where I started within booktube, and I never really knew until I started it that there are not just one genre or one idea of books, because I mean, you know, most people start out with YA and kind of bridge through booktube, and you know, you kind of find the more opinionated adult version of booktube, which is awesome, by the way. I've made so many good friends so far, and you know, I've barely even started to express my opinions on certain things. That being said, I've got some interesting stories to talk about, some real stories to talk about during this real booktube talk tag. Yeah, because I got a lot of hate for one video a while ago, and I didn't know how to express myself after seeing that, so I thought about not talking about it, but then I thought, why not use this right now to talk about this situation? But anyway, yeah, something no one told me was that booktube was a space where, you know, people expressed strong opinions, but it's a welcoming environment. At first, I just kind of thought that I wouldn't be as adequate in this space, but I realized that everyone just has their opinions. This is a very big opinionated place within YouTube, but it's one of the most accepting opinionated places within YouTube, and that's why I'm happy to be here and not like a beauty guru or like, you know, I don't know, any other place where there's drama like that. Question number 2: what is your opinion on typical booktube videos, wrap-ups, TBRs, hauls, etc.? So I've only really done, like, in my whole little last 6 months on being on YouTube, I've only really done a book haul and a tag. These are like staples within the community, so these videos are important to many people and many channels and many viewers. But I'm starting to realize too that there are people out here just doing the things that I've been doing and just trying to make their own unique spin on a video and an idea and a topic, because that's what drives them. And I personally love, like, for example, when I was reading Firestarter, that video was goofy. Like, it was a goofy video, but I loved it because after reading it, after reading Firestarter and then doing the video for it and then finding those transitions in like the process of making that video, I was more excited than I was nervous to post. I see like a TBR, like to wrap up, you know, to be read, you know, those books are about to be read, so we got a schedule, okay? So now we have a schedule because we've made this TBR. And then that's cool and all, but afterwards you have to wrap up that schedule. How did everything go, you know? And to me, it makes reading feel the structure that some people have for their channels, the staples of booktube, it makes me feel kind of like I have to stick to a certain schedule and I have to read all the time. I don't want to feel like that if I don't read a book this week, then I'm not engaging or having good conversations. I really want the videos that I do to reflect any time of the year that you go and watch them. I want to be able to talk about a book or talk about something that's interesting to me specifically and not have to follow a certain rules. And that's kind of why it's taken me so long to really get into the flow of what Booktube initially is in its sense of community. But I mean, I've still had really good people reach out to me, and you know, I have made connections with just a little bit of conversation that I've started, you know. So it'll happen. I will literally be doing staple videos one day. I just won't be doing them right at this very moment. I won't be scheduling any books to be read for the next month. You will not be seeing a stack of like 50 books that I'm buying. Like, you'll see, I'll do a tour of my space and show you. Right now, obviously, we're in my car.
Be a lot more complex. I mean, it's not just, it might not be just such a simple, you know?
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Your boy is going through it, and everybody in my house talks too freaking much. But we're going to go through that. We're going to work through it together, and I'm going to continue posting videos. Anyway, question number 3. What is an assumption that you made about Booktube before you joined? Was it proven to be correct or not? An assumption I made about Booktube, and this one's kind of slightly offensive to some people. When I saw Booktube, like I'm in high school and I'm looking for anyone else's review on like some books I read in high school were like Glass Castle or like Catcher in the Rye. Like, I'm looking for another person's opinion on a book that I've just finished in the classroom, and it's one demographic, and it's oversaturated within this demographic that I find their videos. And I don't mean to like make that sound negative, but I assumed that that's all there was. That's all there was, and that's all I could find. And here I am, a black male in the space of Booktube who feels somewhat new. And I gotta be honest, like, most of my favorite Booktubers weren't black and they weren't male. And when I came into the space, I was like, wait a minute.
Are there any people like me here?
I eventually found a lot of awesome people. Really, no, seriously, I found a lot of awesome people in this realm of Booktube and who share my interest even. Like, I know another guy who's interested in Stephen King books just as much as I am, who has way more background and even really has given me some direction on, as far as like, after I finish reading a book, I will go and look for that video, but I'm trying not to look at videos that are books that I want to do videos on. But I think I did, someone did a YouTube video on a Stephen King book I just finished that was like, it was either The Institute or it was Firestarter, I can't remember. But that video, after doing my video and then watching their video, I was so happy that was how I connected with another person on Booktube. But it was nice because I entered this realm thinking, oh, this is what I like. Who's there with me? And it just so happened that there's lots of people here in the community. There's lots of people who look like me, and there's lots of people around talking about the books that I like. I just, at first, for some reason, if you go and look it up, you're just not finding everyone. Like, there's a couple of cool dudes. God, they're gonna call me out in the comments. They're awesome. They follow me on Instagram. I follow them back. You know, they do book reviews. They do comic books. I think they do reactions. I honestly just am so happy with where my assumption was based on what I got. I'm more satisfied than what I assumed this world was. You know, prior to this video, I probably felt self-conscious on camera, and you can probably see it. And when you look at it, you're thinking, okay, well, he needs to open up and get out of his shell a little bit more. And it's just interesting, the community. I also assumed that people would be mean in the comments, and so far nobody's really been mean in the comments besides one person who I borrowed a book from, and he just wanted his book back, and I wasn't texting him back. Yeah, that's another story for another day. Or not. Anyway, question number 5. What is a common mistake you see new booktubers making, or one that you made? So I'm not going to comment on new booktubers. I am a new booktuber. But I am going to comment on the fact that a mistake that I've made throughout this whole journey, a mistake that I've made for myself was forgetting the human interaction and connection that it means for me to look into a camera and talk. I'm still learning how to do this and still learning how to feel and be comfortable. And even through this video, like right now, I'm a little nervous. There's a lady with a dog over there. She looks so sweet, but she was looking at me when she was over there. Anyway, I'm nervous, but I'm working through it, because what keeps me going is the sense of community within my comments. And it's crazy because I wasn't expecting so much like love and understanding and like, oh, you're back, you know, all those comments that, you know, people would say as if you were their coworker or their best friend, or it just really stuck with me. And now that I know and I feel that, I'm trying more naturally to understand and feel this connection that we're developing here and not be so nervous. Yeah, but you know, I will never assume and be nervous on camera purposefully just because I feel uncomfortable looking into a camera. I didn't even have to post this video right now. Why would I have to be nervous if you're technically, you may or may not see this? So why am I being nervous? I should just edit out the little dumb shit and just move on forward. Anyway, that being said, the next question. Question number 6. What are your thoughts on working with publishers and sponsorships? I love it. If you want to pay me to do something, I love it. If you want to pay me to review a book or to partner with you with something and talk about how I love your product or any of those kind of things, that's great. Well, right now, I mean, that's great. But right now, I mean, I obviously don't have any sponsorships. I mean, if I did, this camera quality would be better. Like, little things like that. Oh, God, the lady's coming back. She's going to walk past my car, and she's going to be like, why is he talking to himself? Anyway, no, so those things are great because the sense of this online presence and community, I feel, can be marketable for people who are trying to get their product out there, their product being their new book, their new novel. I would, you know, market with people online to advertise my products within the video, or pay someone to, you know, talk about something, you know, like Skillshare or something like that. That's awesome. I mean, that wasn't paid for, by the way. That wasn't paid for. Yeah, they're cool. Question number 7. Do you think Booktube is dying? No. I just got here. Booktube is still thriving. I mean, the people who are now in their, you know, late 30s or you know, who've been on YouTube for like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years, those people who went from YA at one point in their lives are now transitioning into books that they like, and their quality and their taste in literature just grows. So I don't think Booktube ever dies. I think Booktube recycles through, and people who are older now, they cycle through their current genres and their current interests. If they're still here, I'm pretty sure you can probably track where their interests have changed, and you can see how their channel has grown based on those changes. We all have a fascination and understanding and liking of YA, like YA mysteries, stuff like that used to be my thing. As I get older, I notice that my change in my taste in books changes, and so I just kind of flow with it. I lean into it a little bit, you know. I find a book that I like that has some kind of story or plot line or trope that I've never read before, and then I'm kind of leaning into it like, oh wow, like I'm pondering that scenario and thinking, why are there not more books like this? And then I go out and find them, you know. But yeah, Booktube's not dying. Booktube ain't going nowhere. And then the last one, I'm gonna tag my friends right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. All right, no, well, that's it for the video. I will see you again for another long, awkward, impromptu book video. See you guys next time.